There will always be a once-in-a-generation player who will redefine a league, whether it is the NBA or WNBA. Since Stephen Curry was drafted by the Golden State Warriors, teams practically eliminated their mid-range sets. They also started playing more five-out actions. While this has not happened quite yet due to Caitlin Clark's entry, the Indiana Fever star surely impacts the style of play that her opponents employ, whether it's through schemes or rotations. She might not be a bona fide star yet, but Steve Kerr noted how it will just be a matter of time before her numbers and accolades skyrocket. Clark has been fairly inconsistent with her production since joining the Fever. A lot of it is attributed to growing pains and the intense coverage that she gets on defense, which was not similar to the one she saw with Iowa. The vast majority of fans expected her to be a win-now piece. But that is just not reality when it comes to rookies. While they can have an impact, Steve Kerr outlined that these are just normal pathways to stardom. The Warriors' head honcho even went as far as to compare her with the greatest shooter of all time, via Stephanie Rule of MSNBC. I think it's kind of a rite of passage for young players, whether it's the WNBA or the NBA. The other players are going to test you. Actually, Caitlin reminds me a lot of Steph Curry. A lot of people may not remember this, but in Steph's first couple of years, he was not a superstar. He was not who he is now. He had to get stronger. He had to understand people were coming after him. That's what is happening with Caitlin right now, Steve Kerr said. Kerr does make a great point here. Stephen Curry never averaged more than 20 points in his first 3 years with the Warriors. This was despite playing a little over 31 minutes on a nightly basis when healthy. The same goes for Clark. She is currently shooting 37.3% on all 3 levels of scoring while recording 16.3 points per game. The Warriors star may have more points, but it is worth noting that an average NBA game back is longer than a WNBA clash. Another factor that Kerr is looking at is the target all over the Fever rookie. She was the most hyped prospect that her league had ever seen. It meant that coaches scouted her quite a lot. It comes to no one's surprise that airtight defense is played against her in single coverage, and blitzes come her way when she crosses half-court. Regardless, the Warriors' head honcho still sees her in such a great light despite these early setbacks. I think it's all in the name of competition. She's handling herself beautifully. She's an amazing player, but like every college player who comes into the WNBA or the NBA, it takes time. They've got to get stronger, more used to the contact, the physicality, the athleticism. So she'll be fine. And I think everything she's going through right now is just all part of being a pro, he added. There are a lot of adjustments to be made throughout her career. But Curry never reached his first All-Star nod since his 5th year either. So, she has a lot of time to grow and might even outpace the Warriors' legend's career.